Another scene changes, as you can see. Something I noticed about Chris and Lucario's relationship is it's a lot like Calvin and Hobbes. You got the kid who's kind of the leader of the two, and his sort of animalistic friend who's good at attacking people. I guess. And I mean, I'm hesitant to call to describe either relationship as having an imaginary friend component to it, because I think it's more complex than that. But I think it's fair to say that, given that I think there's little dispute that Chris is just, literally just, or a channeler Chris. Perhaps it could be argued that Lucario is, in fact, his imaginary friend in that respect. The guy who's gonna stand up for him at every opportunity and save him from anything. The only difference being that Calvin and Hobbes is hilarious and warm and tender and genuine, and the Subspace Emissary's World's Conquest is in terms of the moments that the two of them share that explore their relationship, it's saccharine bullshit. Anyway, back to the fucking story. I've warbled on long enough. Okay. Hey, you try getting in there and fight a huge bird, Link yelled. I dare you to do that. Oh, that's right. You're a boat. You're forever destined to be on water. Nice try, but you're not ever going to fight that big monster son of a... Chris covered Link's mouth. The Outsetian... It's like the thing he was saying earlier. He described Ness as an Onetian. I guess that's where he comes from, and I'm guessing Link comes from a place called Outset. Oh, that's stupid. If the first place in the game is the Outset, that is stupid. All right. Chris covered Link's mouth. The Outsetian still mumbling angrily. But please ignore him. He has this problem with stubborn courage and all that. Goodness, he knows the bad words. The bad words. The bad words. The King of Red Lions shook his head. I suppose all of you saw him. The shadow that commands that monstrous bird. Ganon. We barely did see anyone, Lucario pointed out. I see, but in any case, he who obtained the power of the gods attempted to cover the land in darkness, and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. The King of Red Lions explained. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends spoke of. Sorry. Link pushed Chris's hand away. What legends are those? Child, are you ignorant to the origins of this realm? The King of Red Lions asked. It's not my fault I fell asleep with all the tales of the ancient Hyrule my grandma told me about during bedtime stories, Link complained. That was long-winded. Lucario stared at Link. And you keep listening to bedtime stories at this age? I'm loved, so what? Link said in his defense. The King of Red Lions stared at Link. Is he really supposed to be the hero of winds? He questioned himself before speaking. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. The world is in everything we see? Link asked. Yes, Link, the boat said. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? Link looked serious. There was a reason I went there to get Arrow. Yes, 'cause she's your fucking sister. I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward. Advising you on what you should do and where you should go. Where you must go, sorry. What you should do and where you must go. Chris looked at Lucario. You have to say that this little union was a bit too fast. I know, Lucario muttered. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you could wield after much toil and hardship. The King of Red Lions explained. So, who's this Ganon? Link asked. I already explained who he is, the King of Red Lions said. He is the man who kidnapped Arl through the bird monster he used. Oh, well in that case, I'll confront this Ganon, Link said. I like the determination in your eyes. Chris chuckled a bit. He should have said, I like the determination in your cat eyes instead. Why cat eyes? Does he have eyes that are particularly reminiscent of those of cats? I don't know. I'll take his word for it. Do you understand? Link thought for a moment. Let's see. While saving Arl, I'm going to end up saving the whole Great Sea from this Ganon guy. What a huge feat. He looked at the King of Red Lions. Okay, I'll do it, as long as I don't die trying. Good luck, muttered Lucario and Chris. The King of Red Lions nodded and looked at Chris and Lucario. Ooh, switching them around, that's daring. I saw that you two joined Link. If it's not much to ask, can you help him in his long journey? Can you help him is his long journey is apparently the line, but won't critique the grammar too much, even though I've spent like half the time since chapter 7 doing precisely that. Chris looked unsure. About that, we're just coming for him for a time, he said. We have some other things to do, but it's okay for us to go with him, I guess.
We would like to keep travelling with him for a little bit longer,
Lucario said. Link smiled a bit at them. Thanks, you guys. The King of Red Lions looked forward at the sea. In that case, we depart to the Great Sea. The trio looked forward at the sea, and they all kept staring forward, the boat cruising at the sides. Link looked around. King of Red Lions, sir. We're not moving, he pointed out. The King of Red Lions blinked before he shook his head. Ah, but I am getting ahead of myself, he said before turning to them in shame. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail, and a boat with no sail can sail no seas. The trio looked mildly annoyed at him. It's incredible to think that you took us here to this island, Chris remarked sarcastically. Really? How did you take us here? Link asked. I don't see the Forsaken Fortress anywhere. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress, the boat explained. That didn't really answer the question. Lucario looked at the sea.
And how long did it take you?
It took me about 7 hours to arrive here. I was lucky that the waves pushed me all the way here.
Oh, okay. The boat explained before looking to the left where a beach was located.
However, I want all of you to do something for me.
What is that? Link asked.
This island is a town of merchants who deal with a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail.
Yeah, I expected you'd ask for one. Lucario looked away.
We don't surely want to rely on the waves all this time to get anywhere.
And I think it's very lucky of us to have washed up all the way to a merchant island, Chris said. Very, very fishy. Ha, lol, get it? Because they're in the sea. So fish.
I am sorry to ask this of you, but without a sail I will be useless to you, the boat said. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. While the sail must come first, do not feel limited to buying only it. Once you have it, feel free to stock up on anything else you think you may need. But remember, there is no time to play. Come back immediately as soon as your errands are done.
Link rubbed his chin. Well, we'll go fetch you a sail, but if I find something to play with that looks interesting enough, I'll play. The King of Red Lions glared at Link.
No time to play, Link.
Nah, I'll play, Link said. I get stuff if I play. What?
No time to play.
I'll play, though. This is a great argument.
No time to play, Link,
the boat said with more emphasis. Seeing that the little argument was getting worse, Chris chuckled and tapped Link's right shoulder. Shouldn't we get going and find that sail, Link? Link sighed. Okay, let's do it. The trio hopped off from the boat to the sand where they exited the little cave, the boat glaring at their way.
I swear that this journey is going to be a long one that I will have to endure for the sake of the Great Sea,
the King of Red Lions muttered to himself.